Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
And that's how we'll open up the game with the first touchdown of the first play. Boom, baby. 11th touchdown of the year.
Strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots.
Had to call a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Man, I don't feel good. Thanksgiving. And had to call a timeout. We'll see a play.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back 25.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kiki QT. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
See how close I was
you get that
to a
sense of
freaking
urgency
catch.
that ratchets
If I would have had that
early
thing
touchdown like
a little bit,
you just know you're like,
never
okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm back to even. It's okay, we're at the ball.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
More than one play to get a touchdown. It took me one play.
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one off to about the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Michel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry, it's Michel. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michel. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Michelle. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michelle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
I love the versatility of Marcus Cannon. He can play guard. He can play tackle. I think his footwork has really improved during his time in the NFL. He has one of the better backstories that you're going to get. This is a guy who was diagnosed with cancer, has beaten that, and now is one of the better players in the NFL.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Down is oh baby. Oh baby. Baby. Baby.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're running it. It's Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Yeah. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
I mean, I know you're going to get
the extra point.
Like, I might even have a chance if I keep steaming and running.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off.
But that's good. Pardon me.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Yeah, you'll definitely get that Super Bowl, bro. Where you've been playing, you got that momentum behind you. You know?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Julio Jones. With touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And they're able to get the connection on a long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
I think we just put that boy out. Little pass, Jay.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run with Michelle, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Michelle, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Michelle, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Off the bootleg. Bowman. And that is incomplete.
I have no clue where this dude was going to.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks,
this dude was like,
they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball.
Like, what was
He's going
that?
to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
That was BS. It was robbed of that catch. I had that play all set up, dude. That play has won me games. I've never missed on that. And that wasn't even the guy that I was throwing to. That was literally, I hit square. And I'm not trying to be one of those guys, but...
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now it's Ryan. Jones has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Here's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, he's going to loft one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Yeah, touched it. Hey, old Muff says
now
hello.
The Patriots offense, they
grief.
work their way back out onto the field. Now the question,
and
what do
happy
you do here?
Thanksgiving.
Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Still on his feet. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they got themselves a first down.
Oh, he's
and this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to make a lot of tackles.
Special.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And some space here. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Yeah!
Sony Michel. As time expires in the first half. The Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Yeah.
Well, my education continues in this game. I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said, pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful. And it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Extra point, good by Gostkowski.
I
So
know
we
you
reach
were.
halftime
I looked
here
at
in
it
a
too and I
10-point
said, nah, no
game.
timeout. Fuck
As
it.
we
Hit
send
it.
you
Hit the
down
play,
to
run it,
Orlando,
go.
where Jonathan
Hit it
Coachman
and
has
call
our
it and
EA
go.
Sports
And that's
halftime
what I
report.
did.
Coach.
That was
All
all
right,
on a
Brandon,
whim
thanks
because I was
very
like,
much.
shit, I
Things
ain't got
starting
time
to
to
get
even call
interesting
fucking
in this
timeout.
final
Fuck it.
weekend
I just
before
ran it.
Thanksgiving.
Go, go, go.
So let's see
Pop,
what's
pop, pop.
going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of
And it
America
worked.
Stadium in Uptown
That was all
Charlotte.
off the tip of my ass
And
right there.
this, a 6-point differential as they've gone to halftime. DJ Moore, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Philip Dorsett, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills.
I literally played that
And they
last
were losers
play
in
like,
that game as they
I
fall to
didn't-
the
you know what I
visiting
mean? I just
Kansas
happened
City
to see the
Chiefs.
clock and I just fucking go.
24-13, the final score.
That's usually how I play.
Meanwhile, in our
football.
game, no shortage of offense as each
cuff.
team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half?
That was nice.
Find
That
out.
was fucking
We give it back
lucky
to
on
our
that.
commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
I don't think luck had nothing to do with it. God was like, "Hell you go!" Like, look at it, look at it play. The only freaking they thought it was gonna get the pick.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We all over halftime now. We're gonna play some more football.
Both teams appear ready for
About
the
to get
fight ahead, and
crazy
we
on it.
resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I don't know really what happened there. I think somebody shot him from the stands.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready, 280. Mike 51. I got him. Check nickel.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Oh my God! You know how many times that's happened to me in the game I played this morning, bro? That happened 4 times to me. I caused a fumble and then they pick it up.
But a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
That's happened 4 different times.
It's almost like baseball.
And it happened all in the
Guys
same
hit bat,
game. This is
people
the
are
5th
on base
time
in
it's
scoring
happened.
position.
And
One
then
guy
happened
doesn't get
this
him home.
one.
The
I
next guy
caused the
comes through
fumble
and picks
the
him
same
up.
team
And avoids
picks it
the
up.
turnover.
And that's some bull. But guess what? That was pretty much a sack, motherfucker. Put him behind the line. That's what I want.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Ryan, and able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ryan. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Sacagawea.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now it's Ryan. Open man is QT, complete. And he's got this inside.
You see how many guys they had on me right there? You see how many guys they have on me holding that one guy back from sacking his ass again? There's like 10 dudes right there. Watch this.
He creates mismatches with his size.
Oh, I ain't gonna show you. Dude, there's like 10 dudes right there.
Quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? To throw is Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones.
I really want to challenge that. You can't challenge the fucking play. Both feet were in. I want to see both feet in. This college rules, both feet are in. Both feet are in. Come on, good grief. Come on, tell me. Both feet aren't in. That bullshit. There was only 1 foot in there. 1 foot in, bro. Is college rules now, or am I retarded? All you need is 1 foot in?
Now Crosby for the point after.
Nah. Yeah, I'm retarded, right? I guess I'm retarded.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Thank you. Like, I couldn't even I can't even reverse that shit, bro. Like, see, I feel like I'm in a twilight zone right now. How did that dude catch this ball? I'm glad you're seeing this with your own two people, because I'm freaking weeping over here.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh, come on.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sonny Michel. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball's probably going to after this one.
Without a doubt, they're going to stand up in the middle of the locker room after the game, and the head coach is going to say, great performance, terrific, game ball. Right here, and going to present it to him. And if he's smart, He'll accept the game ball, then say, dinner on me for the offensive line at the best steakhouse in town. Make sure those guys are taken care of.
Those O-linemen have helped him to 4 touchdown runs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
On the ground, Michel. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Michel. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Watch that boy just pump those legs. It's like he's pulling freaking tank trucks.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they will run it with Michel. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone.
I was going to say, you better give me that touchdown after that flag and giving them a touchdown, and they were out.
They add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single
tell you
game.
what,
and we all know he would love to get to that record
shit. Good grief.
and even beyond it.
You telling me,
but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Ryan. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year.
I should have called the timeout. I wasn't even paying attention when they called that.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
I'll run this shit out. I'll run this shit out till like the last second. Come on, give me my ball. Give me my ball and fuck off.
Extra point try now for Crosby.
You got 4 minutes left to play. You ain't ever getting this back again.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Michel once again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
In your face.
On the ground is Michel. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side.
Yeah.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
No.
Sony Michel, 63 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
You got Sony Michel running it into the end zone.
I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Okay, so it's wrong. They are going to get the ball back on this.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Ryan. Complete to Jones. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go any...
You son of a whore.
Where yet? You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Crosby for the point after.
No, it never lets me challenge anything, ever. It never does. Not
And
even
the
when
lead
it's
is
the beginning
down
of
to
the
a
game.
field goal now.
So,
the drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
You know,
and the Falcons score to cap it off.
This is a good game. Minute 28. Oh, we get the ball back. Oh, ain't that something?
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Michelle. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A give. This is Michelle. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Michelle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often. Not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England.
That was a
so for the Pats, it's a win that might keep them alive in the
on.
playoff races. They're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Freaking, bro. Good grief is what it is. My brother. Saints, we don't need one. Like, keep moving on. Then snapping on.
No, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't looking for the back. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad
All right, fuck it. We'll start this some
Every
bitch.
single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons.
New England.
Ice cream
New Orleans.
I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose.
Oh
When it's
my
all on the
goodness.
line, what you gonna
It's
do?
all brand new.
I'm highly favored. Don't wanna
Oh,
play.
yeah,
No
too.
conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking.
He's gonna take it, nigga.
Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one
Try my
for the set,
patience.
boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Boom, 96, baby.
No, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my
Jonathan Coachman.
Camara, drive in. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL
Fucking the
football
coach,
on EA
baby.
Sports. Coming up,
We know
2017
we gotta love
Offensive
us
Rookie of the Year.
some Johnny
Alvin
Boy
Kamara,
coaching.
fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the
Saints.
call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden
The Saints.
and Charles Davis.
And Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. They get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Oh, BB, Bernie Brown. Bernie Brown. Oh, BB. Said her name was BB. Had her on a CD.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The numbers a week ago for Michel, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give to Michel running right. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, just like last play. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And you know what? I swear it's on all, bro. I know. I just, you know what I mean? You gotta look for them holes.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off.
Beast.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown.
Yeah, I got
He'll
White
send this
and
one away.
Michel, and they both got
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Way to be there, baby!
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Let's go! On the base. 51 to Mike. Cut. Check it out, Reed.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before
you see that almost a
just
pick.
before the 35.
Oh, that's what I want.
And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Places out. Oh.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The starters defensively now for the Patriots.
That's
we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Brissett again. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Like, come on, dude. You just had to read a thesaurus to say that name. What the fuck?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Again, it's Brissett. It's caught by Treadwell. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I thought I had that shit.
Laquan Treadwell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. That time, a 6-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Michel. Still on his feet. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Michel, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Bowman gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Yep.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, Michel. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Gostkowski for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1. All day, dog.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And some strong running. Sheds another. He won't go down. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They begin with Michel on the ground. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Michel. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Mike 27. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, they run with Michel. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. On second down, Michel. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To throw again on second down. Brissett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Got a man open. That's Harry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
I think you probably
We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. The Falcons trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Cole Beasley's got a touchdown grab. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half.
Yeah,
Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown.
How you doing?
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Yeah. Digging deep into the murky waters. Oh. Rick.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
I dug down in a deep man blitz that I ain't never even touched on before. Well, that one.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Yeah, I know it. I fucking didn't even glitched out, dude.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go! Let's go!
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Drive the New Orleans offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Brissett drops this off to Kamara out of the back.
I don't like that. What's going on?
Field. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
He's still fighting forward. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Michel. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the ground, this is Michel, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Michel able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down now, Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Yes, sir.
Sony Michel with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do
Yeah, very good. Boom. Hey, Rob.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that.